Hey everybody, this is Amy with friEdTechnology along with some of my best friends, and tonight we are going to be talking about time-saving tips. And we are all really excited about what we have to show you because, well, I'm excited to learn the new things that you guys have brought, and I think you already know everything that I contributed for tonight, but maybe I'll convince you to use something new. So if you will look on the right-hand side of the YouTube live video, you will see a chat over there, and you should see a link to the agenda for tonight. So if you are watching live, go ahead and get into that agenda. And if you are not, then I will screen share for just a second so that you can see this, because you might want to come back and might be watching this later on and not see that chat over there. So this is our agenda. It's fri.tech/taco bout time agenda. So I think I am already ready to turn it over to Brooke, who is going to talk about some Chrome extensions that she uses to save time. So Brooke, it's all you.
All right. Okay, can you guys see my screen okay?
I still see you, Brooke.
Oh.
Do your screen share in the top left.
There we go.
There you go. All right.
Now are y'all seeing my screen?
Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. I see that we have several watching, and we're glad you guys tuned in tonight. And I know that, especially during the Christmas season, everyone is really busy and just trying to find anywhere to save not only a few dollars, but a little bit of time. So here are some of my favorite extensions that I like to use. My first one is Shortcuts for Google. And it is this little guy, if you can see up at my extension bar, it's this little blue box with a white arrow. And when I use it, I can customize any of the icons that you see. Can you ever, Amy, can you guys see those popping up?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Oh, wait a minute. No, we actually can't. You mean your shortcuts when you pop them up. And no, shoot, we can't see them. So you guys are going to have to install shortcuts for Google because you've got to have this. And you know what I'll do while you're talking? I'll put a screenshot in the chat so everybody can see what that looks like.
Okay, so what I'm doing is when I click on the extension, I get a drop-down menu. And in my drop-down menu, I get to customize that and put anything that I want to there out of the 300 plus shortcuts that this extension offers. So on my list, I can click to create a new document straight from there, or go to my Google Photos, or go to my Google Keep, or start a new slides presentation. Now, it doesn't put it into a direct folder that I want it to go to, but I do love the fact that, especially when I'm training or I just need a doc real fast, I don't have to either go to docs.google.com or go into my Drive, new docs. I can just click up there in that extension, new doc, and I'll organize it later. I've shown that one to several people and they really love it. And it's always interesting to see what people find important to put in their little drop-down box. So it's a lot of fun.
I showed that when I was at Magnolia ISD working with the administrators. And when you showed it to me, I was kind of excited about it, but I didn't really expect them to get as excited about it as they did. It was an extremely popular tip for those administrators.
Yeah. It's nice to just be able to click for just a second and get where you need to be. I love it for maps because I use Google Maps all the time online when I'm calculating distances, and I like to be able to just go there without having to type it in. I just click up there and off I go.
So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. All right, we've got a screenshot in there now. So
you have a lot more on your little box then.
Yeah,
that's great.
I did mine with them because they got so excited. That's how much time we spent on it.
That's great.
So yeah.
Good. My next extensions are probably ones that a lot of you know about, but it's to shorten a URL address. And I know that that seems like everybody knows it's out there, but if you are not using a URL shortener, it is going to change completely how you do things. So we have two different options. We have Bitly. So if you click in the agenda on Bitly, it will take you to the web store. The great thing about Bitly is you can use a customized pattern or a word to get your students or whoever you're trying to get to that website. For example, we use friEdTech, like this that you see here, and then we customize the ending to get you to our URL. With Bitly, it would be bit.ly, and then whatever it is that you customize it there. Another great thing about it is you log in and you have an account. So if you ever forget what you named that site, it will save it for you. And then a really fast one is a goo.gl. The only problem with it is you can't customize it, so it just is what it is, but it's great for if you're just sitting next to someone or someone's in the room with you and you need them to get to a web page quickly.
And I recently taught my students how to create a Google shortened address for their projects to share with their classmates. And it's been really cool to see them. They're like, goo.gl. So that's been fun.
That's great.
It is.
And then the next one that I want to talk about is Checker Plus for Google Drive. And this is actually one that I actually looked into to help we had someone put into our Google form what we are talking about tonight and if you had any questions or something you were looking for. And we had a response that said, I would like to be able to know when something in my drive is modified. So either if it's by someone else or if it's being modified by someone you've shared with or a document that's shared with you, you can use Checker Plus for Google Drive. So I know you can't see the extension, but I'm going to pull this open so you can see the options. Once you've installed Checker Plus for Google Drive, you can pick in the options if you want no notifications, show notifications for files inside the folders I select. This is probably the most popular because I'm sure there's only certain folders that you put shared work in that you would like them to be notified of. And it will also come on your desktop if you'd like it to.
You know who told me about that, Brooke?
Who is it?
David Pickler.
Oh, really?
Yes, and in David fashion, he told me about it for a long time, so that's why I remembered it. David's this great guy we know who has a lot of depth of knowledge about a lot of different things, and so when the person on the forum asked that question, I immediately remembered conversation with David in the hallway about Checker Plus. But it does a lot of different things, and this actually ended up being the way we had a student who was he was doing some things that he shouldn't have been doing to other people's files inside a shared Google Drive folder. And I think this is how we finally figured that out. So
that's great.
Yeah,
I messed with it for a while and I was like, this is really great because then I can tell a lot of times, especially Amy and I have a lot of shared files, and sometimes I don't know which version is which when I type things into Drive, if it's a current version or because I don't remember exactly what it was and what we named it. And so when I was using it yesterday, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I know that this file we just edited yesterday, so it's the newest and most current file.
Yeah, it's a great tool. Alrighty then. Well, it looks like it's my turn. And I ended up wishing a few minutes ago that I would have studied up on Iorad a little bit more tonight because I see that it has changed since last time I looked at it. But I think that you will get the idea of it even if it doesn't look exactly like it did last time. I think we'll be able to muddle through it. So it's a little bit different. Looks like it's actually quite a bit better than last time I used it. But Iorad is a tool that JR, Gen X Iranian, told us about at the McGregor Summit this summer. And it was one of those that just blew everybody's mind. So if you're watching along tonight, please go get this. You're going to want it, I guarantee you. So Iorad is a tutorial builder, and what it does is let you create tutorials like it says directly inside your browser. So all you have to do is turn it on, and then you just start clicking. So you just start clicking like you would want the person who's going to watch the tutorial to do. So I'm going to turn it on and let you kind of see how it works. So I just clicked my little Iorad extension up there, and now I'm going to click capture, and choose Start Automatic Capture. So it reminds you to do things slowly. So you're not going to click maybe as fast as you normally would, but you can still go pretty fast. So I'm going to demonstrate putting a bookmark and then a link to a bookmark inside a document. So I'm just going to click right before my name right there and go to Insert and Bookmark. And you can see it, my Google Doc added the little bookmark there. And meanwhile, it is recording everything I do. So now I'm going to put my name up here and I'm going to link. I just highlighted my name and I'm going to go to Insert Link and do my down arrow bookmark and apply. All right, so I've just demoed how to do that process. Now I think Iorad's still recording up there, so I'm going to go up to it. It's kind of recording, it's kind of like a video, but you'll see what it does. All right, so I'm going to click Done now. And it's going to open up and make me log in, of course, because we're on camera and that's just how things go. So Iorad, please let me log in. Pretty please. All right, there we go. So what it does, the thing that made me most excited about it is that you can generate a bunch of different tutorials this way super fast. I constantly have people ask me if I will print out the directions for them, and I will not, because I do not have them written out and it would take me forever. So I always felt kind of bad saying that, you know, because people normally, they have paid me when I'm talking to them, and I want to do everything I can to help them learn. So I felt bad saying it, but I had to say, I can't do that in the time we have today. So now look what I can generate. I just went to view it, and this is what Iorad generated. This is the tutorial that it just made based on clicks that I just did in the document. So if I wanted to, I can go back and customize each one of these so that I can make it say exactly what I want it to, but you can see that it already generated something just by me clicking through that process. Is this making sense to y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you seen that before, Carrie? Were you there this summer?
I actually was,
JR
and I thought it was
showed us that?
amazing. Because so many
Yeah.
people ask us to like show them again, and this is a great way for them to see it and do it. So it's not just
Yes.
watching us; they actually have to click on it, which I think is awesome for kiddos too.
Yeah.
So I'm in love with it.
Thank you for saying that. I need to go back and show you how it also gives you the opportunity for people. So when you publish this tutorial, they're going to get these two options. So they're going to get try it or view it. I just showed you view it. Try it is going to make them actually go through and do the clicks on the tutorial. So
I think that's huge.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Right. It just blew our minds.
Hey, Amy, I like this because a lot of times our like our network guys build, they have like very detailed instructions of things that they need for maybe our teachers to do. Like maybe we have a new way of installing printers that have been assigned to their classroom or whatever the case is. And because there's so many different steps that they have to go through, sometimes it's really helpful for them to go all the way through it. And then I can go in and change the wording so that it's a little bit more teacher friendly instead of so highly technical.
Right.
But it, excuse me, it allows them to go all the way through it, and then I make sure that the technical aspects are correct, but I get to kind of merge it. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. So we've really found Iorad to be a huge help for us in that way.
That is great. I can't say how many times somebody from a technology department has asked me, hey, you speak teacher, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't actually speak a different language, but thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's spectacular. I hope people who are watching tonight let us know if they use it, because it is just amazing. All right.
Amy, Sharon McMichael said it's so awesome that she wants to stand up and cheer. And those of us that know Sharon McMichael know that she
probably is
standing up and cheering right now.
Sharon, don't try to lie. We know you're cheering right now. I love her enthusiasm. We could have used some of that in our in a training that we had recently, and I was wishing Sharon was there. All right, so Screencastify, let's take a look at it. I know that all of you guys know about and use Screencastify, but I don't know if everybody who's watching tonight uses it, and I want to make sure everybody knows about it because I feel like it is the best way, the easiest way to save time that there is that is related to technology. I love it, and I'm going to focus tonight because we're talking about time saving. I'm going to focus on subplans. So I don't know about y'all, but I have gone to work before horribly ill when I was a teacher to avoid writing subplans because it's so time consuming. And I just was like literally too sick to make the subplans. Is that true for anybody else?
Yeah.
It's just miserable. It takes forever. So if I had had Screencastify, I would have missed a lot more work. So you're welcome, because it's great. So I know that you can't see it on the video right now, but all I did is just click my Screencastify extension, and let me go ahead and go to it in the Chrome Web Store so you can kind of see what that looks like. And note, again, you can just click the links right on the agenda and go to Add to Chrome. It's going to show up and be a little piece of film strip. And when you click that in your extensions area, what you're going to do is allow it to access your microphone. You'll see right there on the screen that it's working. And I like the embed webcam feature unless you're using this for subplans and it's 2 a.m. and you had to wake up because your kid has an ear infection. You just found out you're not going to school. Don't use the webcam then because you don't want to scare anyone. But other than that, you want to use the webcam. And really the desktop option, record desktop, is the easiest option. When you get that up, you can just choose the application window that you want to record. And it's probably going to be a window where you have like a Google Doc or a presentation. And then you're just going to record your message, go back up to the extension and click stop. And we have two, I think, very, very detailed videos on our YouTube channel about Screencastify and how to do this process. But the important things to know are it is extremely easy to use. It's going to record what's on your screen and your voice. And if you let it, then it's going to also record your webcam picture. It got a new feature last week. It's pretty cool. In tab recording now, and this is that video. In tab recording now in Screencastify, you can switch between your face, your little webcam picture being in the corner and being full screen, and you can go back again. So that's a pretty cool new feature that they've just added. So this is the video that you want. Make a screencast with Screencastify. This shows you exactly how to do that. There's another one here that shows you how to just use the video announcement or the cam feature. That one is also very useful. So please try out Screencastify for saving time. And again, you do not have to show your face. I know that makes a lot of people nervous. The other thing that holds people back is they say, I hate hearing my voice on camera. Well, my advice to you is don't listen to it, because you do not have to, because you already know what you said. So just don't listen to it. It's for other people, and no one has died yet by hearing your voice. So just really go for it. Get over that fear, because the amount of time you save is worth it. So please, please give Screencastify a try.
I don't know what I did before it.
I don't either. I mean, I used to use Jing before Screencastify came out, and I used the heck out of that. And then when it came out, it made it even that much easier. And now I can use it everywhere on a Chromebook or anywhere. So I just love it. And the number one question I get probably is, how do you do this on an iPad? And I don't know the answer to that. Brianna, is there a way to really screencast on an iPad?
There is now. So with the iOS 11 update, you can now do screen recording, and which is actually pretty slick. You can do it on your iPhone as well, as long as you have an iOS 11 compatible. So you have to first with your control, like when you swipe up for like your control panel, where you can have shortcuts to different things. Like if you were going to enable your flashlight, So whenever you swipe that up, then you can add things to your control now. So you go in through settings in general, and then your control, and there's screen recording in there. So it's actually pretty slick. You swipe up and then you do it. It gives you a little 3, 2, 1 countdown. And then it pulls it straight into your video, onto your camera roll. And so you can, just like you would be able to do it and before you had to like basically tether it to your MacBook and then do a
like reflector, AirPlay, or
yeah, you had to do quick time capture and do all that kind of stuff. Now, I will say that there are a couple little snags with some of it. It seems like we've been running into, it's kind of a known issue that's been populating around. Sometimes whenever you take the screen recording and then you put it into your, like in Classroom or different things like that, sometimes it doesn't play well. So the same people that make Jing, TechSmith, have an app that's called Tech Capture, and you can enable that at the same time. You're still using the screen recording feature, but it basically puts it in a little bit more Google friendly version. For some reason it's been something that's weird that's happening between the screen recording and Classroom on occasion, not all the time, but on occasion. So
all right, I'm going to write that down in our notes for people on an iPhone or an iPad. Use the TechSmith product called Tech Capture.
Yes.
And this is an app.
Yes. And you can tweet me and I can give you directions on it as well. So
I'm just going to say for better screen recording results.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Carrie. Carrie, I can't wait to learn something new about Nimbus.
Oh, I discovered something new this week. I'm excited. All right. So Nimbus is one that I've used quite a bit, and it's not like a very exciting extension, but I just discovered a new feature with it. So I went ahead and searched flamingos. Imagine that.
Hey, don't forget to do your screen share in the top left.
Oh, did it not work?
Well, when you do it only on your picture at the bottom, it makes it stay on you, but you still have to do the screen share button. It's a lot to remember.
All right. Did it work now? Are we good now? Oh. How about now?
No. Yes.
Nope.
Soon, because we do have Alice in Wonderland happening.
Yes.
So switch off your Hangouts window back to your Flamingo window, and then you'll be good. Now.
Yay!
Now there's Carl.
Sorry, guys. Here's a bunch of Carls. So Nimbus is a screenshot extension, but I want to show you a new feature. You can right-click or two-finger click on the Mac, and look what comes up right there. It's all ready for you. So you can do selected area. You can do the whole screen, whole page. So from here, I'm just going to do selected area.
I had to unmute myself so I could say ooh, ah to that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And my students figured that out, not me. I have to give them credit. Now, the cool thing about Nimbus, you can hit this edit button, and you can draw all over your screenshot. So we'll quickly just draw a happy face here, and then do all kinds of cool stuff.
Hey,
and then,
hey, Carrie, before you hit done, show them the blur feature.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. So the little teardrop is the blur feature. So Carl doesn't want anyone to know that's him. So I'm going to blur his eye. And then once you hit done, the thing I really, really like is you can send this directly to your Google Drive. So my students were doing a project, and instead of doing like save here and all that junk, we just hit send to Drive. And then if I was on my friEdTechnology account, it would say save to Classroom also.
Oh, awesome.
So it has those two new features that I really like, where you can send it right to your Drive or to Google Classroom. So
Man, those are huge, wonderful improvements.
Yes, major.
Yes.
That pretty much just took my other screenshot one completely out of play.
You're welcome. Okay. And then the next one, I can't take credit for this one either, but Adam Goodman, one of our other fried techie people, he told me about Google Keep, the Chrome extension. And so I wasn't really a fan of Google Keep until today. Because
What?
I'm sorry.
I have no words.
So you can go up to your extension and click the Google Keep, and you can start taking a note. Can y'all see that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, once again, you can right click and you can go straight from an image or web page, and you can actually keep that current page or save that image to keep.
What?
So,
Look at that.
I did not even know that was there.
And I think I like Keep now because it's just one step instead of like going to Keep and all that good stuff. I just can just go to the extension or just click on an image and it's done. So
I feel like we still need to work on your Keep game if this is all you're using it for, though.
I agree.
Example.
We're gonna have to jump her in or something like that, like a kind of a gang thing, or I don't know.
At least I'm on board.
I didn't even know. I don't feel like I don't even know you anymore, Carrie.
All right. And then the last one is the Great Suspender. And this one I like because often I'll like open up 5 million tabs and then my computer slows down. And I'm like, why is my computer running so slow? Well, what the Great Suspender does is it closes or kind of like freezes those tabs you've had open forever so that it's not taking up the juice on your computer. And once again, I can right click the Great Suspender and I can suspend from there also. So maybe I'm like on a website I know I'm not going to visit for a while. I can go ahead and suspend that tab and then come back to it later.
Yes, I think I must have learned about that from Adam too. I went to a session of his when we were in Houston ISD, and he talked about that. And it really does speed up things on your computer where Chrome is concerned.
Yes. All right.
Worth it. Definitely worth it.
I'm on the Keep train. Don't worry.
I'm excited.
Well, I was hoping Brianna was going to tell you even more about it, but I don't know if she's going to or not.
I'm not, because I'm not. I just no. It's fantastic. I'm super excited about it.
I feel like that was her way of admitting she doesn't use Keep either.
She's scared to tell us.
Oh, no. Okay, so now I'm like nervous because now it's my turn to share my screen and everybody else has been having this. So I'm supposed to push the down arrow, right?
Okay, so first do the green button at the top left, screen share. And then you pick your window that you're going to share. And then you're going to click your little down arrow on your picture and do present to everyone. And ideally, you would take it off of the Hangout thing before so you don't get Alice in Wonderland like we're getting right now.
Sorry. I just wanted to do it because Carrie, since I mean, like,
I know everybody wants to be like Carrie all the time.
I how to do it. So, okay. So now I'm just, it is what it is, right? How many?
Now, switch off of the window that you're on. There you go. Now it looks good. Yeah.
So you can see this. Awesome. So that most people probably know about, but if you don't, it will definitely save your life. So how many times have you been on, maybe you're on a website that you really, really like the color layouts, the palettes, those kind of things, or maybe you have a logo, like maybe your school logo is a very specific color and you want to match it exactly. So I love Colorzilla just for that particular reason. You can visit a website and it's just this extension right here with the little eyedropper. You select it and then it will allow you to pick up picture or pick up any of the you can use the dropper to drop over a specific area, but you can also choose this one that says palette browse. It'll pull all of the colors from that page and just let you see them one at a time. So then that way you can select the one that you want in there.
I didn't know it did that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because then you can come in there and you'll see like each one of them. So if you see like if you went to one of the palettes, one of the palette browsers and you see like all the ones that are in there and you want them all at one time instead of having to select around there, then you can go to the palette and then you've got them all right there together. So
okay, pretty great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. It also gives you the different all the different types of profile types. So if you need it to be in the hex code or if you need it to be in RGB or any of that kind of stuff, you have that. You can also do you'll see on this screen right there where it'll allow you to kind of gradiate and get different shades based off of your main color. So I just like it because there's so many different things that you can do besides just build that one specific color. So
Okay.
That's my jam. I'm a big fan.
I need to ask a question about it because I'm trying it right now. I normally use Color Pick Eyedropper.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when I went to Palette Browser, it was going to show me something from the web page, but it's really letting you build a palette, or
It should, well, the last time that I looked at it, let's see, then it gave me, okay, hold on. Are you still seeing my screen?
yes, we see it.
Okay, so I'm going to try to just find something that would have like a bunch of different colors on one page.
Hot air
I don't think that's
balloons.
going to be it. Hot air balloons, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I see what it's doing. If you go to it and you go to Web Page Color Analyzer, it's looking, yeah, it's looking, but it's not going to work on that, I don't think. I think it's going to show you like the blue of the link or something, because I think it's looking at the colors that are coded in, because I just did it on friEdTechnology.com and it doesn't pick up the colors in the images. It's looking at the colors that are coded onto the page. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I get you. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. So instead of like picking up all of these different colors in the balloon, it's going to look at what's coded in. So like maybe
Yes.
it's okay.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
that was pretty cool.
Okay, well,
Awesome.
there we go. Yeah.
Learned something.
Scott in our chat also says that it's been a lifesaver and a bunch of his applications that he's using it. So
Awesome. Well, thanks for that. Very good. Okay, and then the other one that I have is Extensity. And so sometimes we go to classes or workshops where we learn all about these fantastic extensions. And so we just get a little extension crazy and we start adding all of them. It's hard to remember what all we've done. So this Extensity app, whenever you add it, so it's going to be there that kind of looks like the little blue and white yin and yang. So whenever I open it, it's going to give me all the different extensions that are listed on that I have installed. But if, let's say that I just, maybe there's one that I don't use often. And so I want to, I don't want to unenable it. I don't want to disable it. I just want to maybe just turn it off for a little bit because I want to maybe improve my Chrome experience or any of that kind of stuff. So literally all I have to do is just pick it, and then I click it, and then it's disabled, and you saw it disappeared up here from the top. So now whenever I want to come back, all I do is click on it again, and I can just turn it back on, and it comes back on there instead of having to unenable. But it kind of speeds up your Chrome experience, as well as keep having load Extensity.
I use that one all the time because, we all do this. I have like 50 billion different ones installed, and I use it to disable everything when something goes wrong. Like one that seems to conflict a lot with other extensions is read and write. Like it's picky about what else is installed. So if I know I'm going to be showing somebody read and write, I'll go into Extensity and disable everything except for read and write, because I know it's going to work if I do that. So, and then it's really fast to turn them off and back on again. Or another reason why I use that one a lot is because I have so much stuff, I can't find it. I can't, do y'all know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Like I can't locate the extension because I have 30 billion of them.
Right.
Yeah. So
and you can't remember what the logo was that it looked like, or
yes,
the cases. Yeah.
Or I picked a Chrome theme that is the same color as it, or whatever. Yeah. I annoy myself a lot. All right, Brooke, you are going to tell us some Chrome tricks, and I got to say, Brooke has the best Chrome tricks, and she normally does not tell anyone about her Chrome tricks. She just lets us all suffer, and she laughs to herself, I'm pretty sure, like, ha, 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 too bad they don't know this, because that'd save them so much time. So it's a rare opportunity to get inside Brooke's head of Chrome tricks, so I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, well, I don't know that I keep them on purpose.
I think you do. I'm pretty sure you
do this where we don't get that Alice in Wonderland, but I don't know that that's going to happen. Okay. All right. Can you guys see?
Yes.
All right. So let's start with the first thing that this is mainly one of the things that Amy's talking about, because I showed it to her and she was blown away. And it's Control D or Command D, depending on what you're using. And so I'm going to show you inside of drawing. All I've done is create a square. And most people, to get another one of these, you would use Control C and then Control V. But I am just going to do Control or Command D, and it duplicates my shape. So
Fancy.
if I wanted a lot of those in a short period of time, I could just do that. Whoops. I could just do that over and over again really fast. And then I have lots of these shapes. So this is great for if you're making games or game boards, or you're going to have your kids use them as manipulatives. And then you can also put them on top of each other really quickly when they're in that form, so that if your students are using them, they can just continuously drag. I'm ready for the cloning tool, but it's not, I haven't seen it yet. If someone watching knows how to do the cloning, please put it in the chat. I would love to see it. So that is definitely one that seems to wow the crowd when we get on the Control D. Another one that I didn't know about for a really long time is Shift Control V. So if I copy text from another file and I'm putting it into a different document, I want it to lose the formatting of the first document and take the formatting of the current document. So when you're pasting, instead of just
Brooke,
paste, yes.
Hold on. Our folks in the chat are saying they're not seeing your screen.
Uh-oh.
Or something is wrong. So
Yeah,
let's go, because we're seeing it inside here. So let's go check and make sure everything's okay. I think
Brianna is,
Must.
I see Brianna, so let me see if that works.
Okay, now switch back over to your drawing again.
Now can you guys see it?
Okay. Still only showing in lower right thumbnail, so let's make sure you are, I'm going to put you on stop presenting, and now I'm going to put you back on present to everyone. Oh, they're still saying they don't see you. Why? That's very sad.
Because all I'm getting is Alice in Wonderland up here. Let me stop and try it again.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Oh, there. I see it on YouTube Live. Now it's saying it's working, and I stopped it. Okay. So let's try it again. I'm going to share. Let's see. All right. Let's wait just a second. See if everyone can see it. All right. So if so, I'm going to go over that again. Okay,
yeah, let's do that.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's try that one more time. So this is just the shape that I made. I used my shape tools inside my shape toolbar right here. So if I want to make a circle, and I can fill it any color. So I want a bunch of these circles. Instead of using Control C, Control V, I'm going to do Control D, and I'm just going to keep holding the control down and hit the D, and it's going to make all of these shapes. So now
it makes me think of that thing in Smart with the money. You know how does everybody know
the cloning tool? Yeah,
the cloning tool, right? That's what you meant when you said cloning tool.
Yeah,
I was trying to picture what you meant by that, but
yeah, because that's one of the coolest things ever is that cloning tool in any of the Smart or Promethean applications. Is because then once you clone it, if you're having your students use it, they can just constantly pick, and it's never going to go away. It'll stay the same. Yeah. Okay. So I think we've got everybody. Yay. Well, I appreciate you guys saying something. We would have just continued on with y'all not seeing it. Okay. All right. So Shift Control V, that's the one that we were talking about. That's paste without formatting. It will let go of the formatting from wherever you copied it from, and it will put it into the formatting that you're going to use in your new document. So I know a lot of times when we copy text from the internet or from a web page we've created, it comes in highlighted in white. and that is very frustrating to have to go in and unhighlight it. If you'll just paste it with Shift Control V, you won't have that problem anymore.
So that does paste as plain text.
Yep.
Or paste without formatting.
Right.
I did not know that. Yeah, that's
Very
brand
nice.
new to me. Yeah.
And then the next one, move object back in order that we have, Control down arrow. I'm going to go back to my drawing here. So let's say I'm going to get rid of a couple of these. I'm going to turn this one black, this circle black. So if this one was on top of this circle, well, let me do it the other way around. I want to put this orange underneath the black. Instead of right-clicking and going to order, you can just use Control or Command down arrow, and it will send it back. So I like to do that because if I'm working with several objects, I want to know the layers without having to constantly right-click back. I can just use that command down arrow or up arrow to move the layers. And now I just want to nudge it. And if you use your mouse to move an object, it kind of moves in big spaces. If I just want to go a little bit, I'm going to hold down the Shift key. And I'm just going to use my arrows to nudge the object into the place that I want it to go.
I love that. I use that all the time too.
That precision is necessary. Okay, let's see what else we have here. To undo, Control Z, open a closed tab, Control Shift T, and Amy was showing a school that we were at today that you can right-click at the top of the tab as well and do open close tab, but I like to do Control Shift T. And when you do that in a room of students, they think you're magic. They think you have skills that go beyond their knowledge. Maybe not the older kids, with the little kids, they think it's some kind of witchcraft, maybe. Yeah, you'll watch their eyes get really big. She does know everything. Another thing that I have here that I want to show you is to select all matching text. So I'm going to open up this document. And what I want to do is I want to make my acronyms bold. So I'm going to select this first one. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to change the color. I want it to be underlined. So that was several steps. And now I want to make all of those the same. So the easiest way to do that is first is to select this. And then I'm going to use the paint format. And I click there. And then I'm going to double click the next one and it copies it. Now, if I try to click this one, the SWAC, it's not going to do it. I have to click that paint format each time. But that's still faster than doing all those other tools. Okay. And now I want to change the text of this. So I'm going to right click in here and do select all matching text. And let's say I want to change this. And I can change the color here. I can even do the same thing here. Select all matching text. And let's say I changed my mind and want to make it a different color and a different font. That's not graphically pleasing to your eye, I know, and I'm sorry, but it was fast.
You're the one who cares about that.
Yeah.
And the great thing about this is I can now go into my version history, and I have already named this one, and I can go back to my starting point and restore this version. So the next time I want to show someone that tool, my document is back to the beginning.
Oh, you're so fancy, Brooke.
I think she wants to say slam right now.
Slam. Just hitting it out of the park over here. Okay, that was it. Those are my hidden Chrome tricks.
Well, I'm glad you finally told us that stuff. You still didn't tell us to hold down the shift to create straight lines.
Oh,
but
sorry. Did I skip over that one?
I'll let it go because you did show me that today earlier.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's okay.
Okay.
Well, y'all, our time is very nearly up. So we will end after this last little trick here. So I'm going to switch over to this document again. I want to reiterate what Brooke said. Like with her doc is is short, so it doesn't really like fully wake you up, I think, to how profound this is if you're not using this, but in this document it will. So if I right click this and do select all matching text, I mean, it's getting so much text all at one time. So when you have a giant document with, 20 pages or something like that, this is truly a lifesaver. I don't know why this one's not the same size or something as the rest of it, but it also will highlight that if you're trying to make it all the same and it's not. So I will show you this picture bookmark trick. It's something that people ask me about all the time, and it really is like one of those things that just kind of makes you go, yeah, duh, of course that's what that is. But people always say, how do you get those extensions below your bookmarks bar? Well, these look like extensions down here, but they're actually not extensions. These are all just bookmarks. So when I teach this, this is how I teach it. So we all know you can use the star to make a bookmark, but I don't teach this trick that way. This is how I teach it. I teach people to grab the symbol that is to the left of the web address and pull it down onto the bookmarks bar, and then right click it and edit and delete the name. And the reason why I teach it that way is because I have a lot of bookmarks, and people who care about this have a lot of bookmarks. So many bookmarks. And if you just drag it down onto the bookmarks bar, you can put it exactly where you want to put it. If you use this star, it's going to go to the bottom of whatever folder or list you're using. So I love that little tip. It makes these kind of look like extensions. I like that that's sort of tricky to people, but I mean, I don't need something to tell me that this is Google Keep. And by the way, that's an extension, but it's also, you can just go straight to Google Keep with your little picture bookmark there. And I learned that from Karen Justel in Spring Branch ISD. And so thanks, Carol, for sharing that. So we have a few more tips we did not get to tonight, but don't worry, this is not our last time to do a taco bout. So thank you guys so much for joining tonight. Bree, thank you very much. Brooke, thank you. Carrie, thank you. And thanks to you guys who are live in our chat, and also for letting us know when things aren't working, because we don't really have any other way to know that besides you. So it makes it a whole lot better and easier to find out, before we're done. So thanks everybody for coming tonight. I hope you learned something new. And if you want to suggest a topic to us for next time, please tweet with the hashtag friEdFan. And we would love for you to give us feedback on what our next taco bout should be about, and we will get that planned for January. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to everybody, and I'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye everybody.
Thanks, guys.